Some 392 youths from 8 of the 10 administrative regions partook in the survey, which revealed that 42% of adolescents in Ghana are sexually active. What is troubling, though, is that the majority of that percent became sexually active before reaching the legal age of consent, 16. Presenting the findings on behalf of the Ghana Responsible Parenthood Association was women's rights activist and consultant Shirlina Najir.
A third were Afro-Guyanese in terms of ethnicity, about a quarter each were Indo-Guyanese, a quarter mixed, about 7% of indigenous heritage. By gender, you can see we reached more females than males. About 20% more respondents were female.
1/3 of those partaking in the survey were underage. What should perhaps be of grave concern at all levels of society is the fact that the survey even highlighted several instances where persons younger than 16 were forced into their first sexual activity.
We didn't use the term rape in the survey. We asked respondents if sex was by their choice or not. So what we found was about a fifth, 20% of all sexually active youth reported that they were raped or coerced into their first sexual experience.
The female population was mostly affected by this, with 14% of the males surveyed also reporting of being forced into sex.
When you look at males who were coerced, they made up 39% of all rape victims. So women were still more victimized than males, but males were also significantly victimized. So when we think of rape, it's not just something that affects women or girls only. It's also an issue for boys and young men.
Tallying data from all the regions, the survey found the trend in Region 1, Burima-Waini, to be the most disturbing.
8% of respondents came from Region 1, but 26% of all rape victims from Region 1. So it's a disproportionate number of rapes for that region. So remember, Region 1 is a hinterland area, and we know that a lot of rapes go unreported even in town or on the coast, and it's even an even bigger problem in the interior.
According to Najir, most of the relationships that the adolescents reported to have been in were heterosexual in nature, while there were 4 lesbian relationships and 4 of a bisexual nature.
That's one of the limitations of the study, and so for future research, we want to make sure that we reach youth from the LGBT community a little bit more explicitly, because looking at the data, they were not really included. We didn't go out to exclude them, we just didn't make a special effort to include them, and that's something that I would recommend for future research, we make sure we do that.
Meanwhile, Director of the Ghana Responsible Parenthood Association, Patricia Shiritan Bisnot, explained what led the organization to embarking on the survey.
We found that there was a great lacking of data, which we needed to embark on this project, which was aimed at enhancing the lives and the health situation of adolescents and youth.
Rihanna Ahmad, Safe TV2 Headline News.